I've recently been diagnosed with cancer, and the only way I can stop my wife from having to go home to America as I go through chemotherapy is to raise thousands of pounds through you guys on the internet so that I can go to an immigration solicitor on an appointment in 2 weeks and be able to pay for all the applications and legal fees and plane tickets so that she can stay in the country as I go through 9 months of intensive chemotherapy and possibly years of maintenance afterwards. I'm going to need at least £3,000, and as soon as possible, preferably in 2 weeks. The sooner we can raise the money, the better. That's the short story, and now I'll explain some more. I was recently diagnosed with lymphoblastic T-cell lymphoma, which is a very, very bad kind of cancer. Hopefully I won't die, but the chemotherapy is going to last 9 months intensive, and at the moment, because I was just diagnosed, as you can see, I've still got my hair and everything, but I'm slowly going to get weaker and weaker and weaker and basically start to die. Even if all goes well, I'll be in a terrible, terrible state. And because my wife is only here on a visitor visa, because I was about to join the army in February, and she was going to go home as I go into basic training, and they were going to help for her to come over and with everything. That's no longer happening because I have cancer and I have no other financial way of being able to pay for her to be here. So at the moment, she's going to have to go back in February, and my family is not wealthy in the slightest. I have no savings. I have no way to keep her here. So she would have to go back to America, and I would have to go through chemotherapy just with my family, who are themselves having to work to stay alive. We recently moved. We're in a terrible, very bad financial situation. So they would have to support me, who usually helps massively around the property and with the business. I would be a financial burden for 9 months at least, and they will have to be not only taking care of me, helping with me medication, taking me to the hospital constantly as I get sick, not being able to work when they're having to take me to the hospital. I'll be a complete financial burden, and we won't get any money, really. Maybe £200 a month, maybe from Universal Credit, maybe some charities helping us, but because of legal stuff, I'm not really gonna get any help other than you guys on the internet. So you're my only hope. The form to keep her in the US is going to need lots of legal help to help us fight it out, but it would let her stay here for 2.5 years, which would help her massively with keeping her here, because another person to help me with my medication and my wife, so I don't have mental breakdowns constantly from being alone. Without you guys helping with money, I'm going to be alone. Well, my wife 4,200 miles away, and I don't know how I'll cope. I'll be only myself and my family, who are trying to keep themselves financially afloat, dealing with medication. I just really need your help. And she's going home in a month at the moment. That's what it's looking like. And with no way to get her back. So I need your help. Any money you can give would be great, but really we need thousands of pounds, because we're married, but that means nothing, really. To move someone over, you have to make over £18,600 for 6 months. And I don't make any money because I was about to join the army. But that's not happening. So, yeah. Without you, I have nothing. Please help. You are my only hope.